is, right? You need to know what deal sourcing is first. Deal sourcing is a process by which someone or a property investor would go out there, look for properties for sale. So he normally approached the landlords directly. He approached motivated sellers. He approached estate agents. He approached wider market, right, in order to be able to get these deals. So what he then do, he normally looks for deals that you could add value to. If he's a good deal sourcer, he should be looking for deals like that. So basically, look at these deals. Maybe go around, look at maybe 100 or 1,000 properties a month. So what he do then, he then literally analyze these deals. Once he've analyzed these deals, he then put offers on those deals, and then he then negotiate the deals, and then obviously then get these deals at discount. So basically, he'll get the property, for example, a property worth £100,000. He'll get it maybe for, let's say, maybe 95,000, 90,000, 80,000, or maybe even £75,000 in some occasions. He get those properties at discount. So basically, he get those properties at discount. In most cases, properties that you could add a bit of value to as well. If you're an investor that are looking to add value to properties, i.e. renovating it or converting it into a different use. So what he then do, basically, he wrap that information up, right, and then pass that on to someone who's looking to buy properties like that. So the people that do things like that are called deal sourcers. So basically, that's what they do for a living in most cases. So what they do, they find the deal, negotiate the deal at discount, and then sell that information to you, and an investor who is looking to kind of buy properties. Right. So in a nutshell, that's what deal sourcing is, and those are the sort of properties that investors are looking to buy. But why use deal sources? Very important for you to understand this. You buy properties from deal sources because you want to leverage your time. You want to leverage the time you have to look for properties, or you want to build a property portfolio quicker, because deal sourcers, they're very good in going out there looking for property deals that they could negotiate, and they would have already built the relationship with the agent. They would already build relationship with the motivated sellers. Sometimes it takes them time to actually get these deals down the line. So basically, it's a faster way to buy properties a lot quicker than you actually going into the market, looking for the property, negotiating for the property, and going back and forth with the agent, etc., etc. So the deal sourcer then would have done all that legwork for you. They would have even viewed the property on your behalf. So that then allows you to kind of leverage the time, expedite your property investment portfolio, actually grow it a lot quicker, because you don't have to go around negotiating on deals, right? So that's one of the reasons why you could use a deal sourcer, okay? But before we actually start talking about the benefit, it's important for us to know what the differences are, okay? So if you're buying a property for the intention to kind of rent it, it's called buy, refurbish, and refinance. When you buy the property, you refurbish it, you refinance it, and you rent it to a tenant. Or you could actually buy a property that's already done up and rent it. That's what we call a turnkey, right? You can buy it and rent it straight away. And the other strategy some people do is what we call flipping the property. What does flipping the property means? It means you buy the property and then sell it on, basically. Okay? These are the two differences. You buy and hold, and you buy and sell. So let's talk about flipping a property, okay? So when you're flipping a property, i.e. when you're selling a property, you normally, or you usually look for properties that are dilapidated, properties that you can add value to, and you can sell at higher rates, properties that you could even modernize, okay? So it's similar, well, it's exactly the same way when you're buying a BRRR property, buy, refurbish, and refinance property. They're kind of in the same condition, okay? But if you're flipping it, you're buying the property, you renovate the property and sell it on instead of holding it, right? The key differences are when you're renovating a property to sell and then renovating a property to kind of hold on, the renovation cost is different, and the type of things you do in these properties are different as well. So let's talk about flipping now. When you're flipping the property, you'd have to have your customer in mind. You need to know whether you're targeting doctors, lawyers, accountants, directors, right? If you know your market, then you can renovate accordingly to attract that market. Maybe you want to buy a little bit more expensive stuff in the property. Maybe you want to have expensive laminate flooring, maybe underfloor heating, for example, an expensive kitchen, an expensive dining table, or maybe you want to like kind of bring that premium in it for that target market, right? So it might be a bit expensive doing that, but because you know if you done the property up, you will not just force the value, you'd also have people that are kind of in a middle class to kind of buy this sort of property. So you can afford to kind of make the renovation work a bit expensive. And then obviously you will then renovate the property. Once you've renovated the property, you will then hand it back to an agent to sell for you at the market rate. You would have already determined how much you may be able to sell the property at. And then obviously you walk back then and understand how much profit you'd like to make in a property, right? If you're selling a property, investors normally make anywhere from 15 to about £30,000 profit per property, depending the area and the type of property you are renovating as well. If you are buying a property to kind of hold, the renovation side of things is a bit different, right? You're not going to go and buy expensive stuff for the property. Again, this depends on your target market, okay? So you want to buy average, good quality stuff that is good enough to allow you to rent the property. Maybe you want to go for a Greenwich kitchen, for example, not expensive kitchen. Maybe you want to go for laminate, lower class laminate flooring, because you know you're renting the property and obviously you may be changing these things every few years anyway, so you are the one who's going to be paying for it, so you don't want to go AWOL on your renovation works. So that then reduces that cost slightly, okay? And then obviously then you will then do the property up, right? If you have not been able to rent the property up, again there's a little bit of holding cost there, which would be the electricity, gas, and then obviously council tax. But if you follow my golden rules, the way I buy my property, your property will get rented before you actually finish the works, okay? So yeah, so if you're following me, or if you've been to my courses, you would know that then I have specific golden rules I implement to allow you to rent the property as soon as you finish the works. So again, then if you're able to rent it, happy days, there's no holding cost for you. So what you then do, basically, you will remortgage the property, right? And hopefully pull all your investment out or some of your investment out, and then obviously you've got yourself a property that will give you recurring income.